Are we taking deforestation for granted? Why are we destroying our trees and earth? The one thing that we need that doesn't need us. Deforestation affects us all. When we breathe, when we eat, when we are ill, and even when we play. Let us take a look at the effects of deforestation and whether we have been contributing to this disaster.
Are we using land wrongfully? Whether it is through a lack of planning, squatting, property development through illegal quarrying, undesirable agricultural practices, clearing of hillsides and mountains to create roadways, make furniture, build homes, using fuel, or even cutting trees to produce paper. Do you know that approximately 35% of trees cut around the world are used to produce paper? Deforestation is also caused by bushfires where trees die and the earth with it. In Trinidad and Tobago, the Office of Disaster Preparedness and Management indicates that forest fires can occur naturally. However, each year, these incidences are increased by occurrences of fires set deliberately or inadvertently by humans, by out-of-control slash and burn agricultural practices, or by hunters lighting areas to flush animals out of hiding places, and or even by the careless tossing of cigarettes out of car windows.
These are just some of the causes of deforestation. As such, from our actions, there are reactions. Let us see what happens when we destroy the trees.
Loss of trees also add to climate change and increase global warming. The trees regulate the Earth's temperature, and loss of the trees can increase the Earth's temperature. The roots of the trees hold the soil firmly. When we cut down the trees, the soil loosens, adding to flooding, soil erosion, and landslides, which result in crop loss and ultimately the loss of income.
Bushfires not only destroy the wildlife but human lives as well, affecting our breathing and blocking our vision. That can lead to fatal accidents. Did you know that approximately 80% of the Earth's land animals and plants live in the forest, and many cannot and will not survive when we destroy their homes? This is what deforestation does. Trees also absorb carbon dioxide and produce oxygen during photosynthesis. So when there are no trees, there will be no oxygen. And when there is no oxygen, there can be no life and thus no food.
Did we envision a country like that? Scorched from bushfires, dry and barren from heat, a sick population from flooding, as well as a dangerous community from erosions and landslides, a place where simple foods become scarce and costly. If no, then here are some of the things that can be done to protect the environment and prevent deforestation.
We must enforce the laws that regulate the production and trade of timber, such as preventing illegal logging, prevent the taking of wood from protected areas, and harvesting more than is permitted, and harvesting protected species of wood. We must ensure that these laws are enforced and powerful policies and trade agreements within the country and with other countries are enforced. By securing the forests and other areas such as parks and even creating protected areas will go a long way in preserving some species. We need easier access routes for our firefighters, as it was in 2016 when Forest Ranger Keith Campbell, an officer from the Ministry of Agriculture, died attempting to extinguish a bushfire.
Eliminating all deforestation is not possible, as landscape needs to be redesigned to facilitate the population as it grows and changes. However, we can do this through balanced and sustainable forest management, through reforestation effort, and by maintaining the integrity of protected areas. We need to stop deforestation. And while some of the solutions may take a bit longer to practice, here are some simple things we can do right now.
1. Go paperless by adapting to technology as a means of communicating, performing tasks, and keeping records. 2. Recycle. By buying recycled items, we can reduce the number of trees that are cut down. 3. Reuse. Buy reusable items over disposable items. 4. Reduce. Buy products that use less packaging. And by reporting any forest fires in Trinidad and Tobago.
And finally, here are some things we all can do if we wish to feed ourselves and at the same time prevent deforestation. We can plant a tree.
Help us rebuild our environment.
By planting a tree of your choice anywhere you desire.
Join with us, the Seroptimus International of Chaguanas. Let us plant together so we can wake up to a better tomorrow.